And what's up, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of that Tricology News Talk. And this is the Dynamite review show. This is AEW's week 2 of Fighter Fest of the week. And this week, there was also promoting Shark Week. In case y'all didn't know, Shark Week is this Sunday, y'all. So y'all get ready for that. But other than that, I'm your host with the most. Mr. Tritnod himself. And with me is my co-host, as always, Mr. Leland Benford. What's up, bro?
What is good, everybody? We are definitely in Shark Week. That is for sure. Shark Week is definitely coming up. A lot of advertisement for it yesterday.
Yeah, most definitely. And I will say this about this last night show. Was it a bad one? No, absolutely not. But did it make me feel kind of like, oh yeah. Some parts yes, and some parts no. And I'll get to what that and why in a second. But let's get into one of the best parts of the show. It was the beginning match was Brody King versus Darby Allin. Man, you got to give it up to Darby Allin, man, for putting Brody King over here. It felt like a squash match, but they both guys look good in the process.
Yeah, because Darby is always the forever underdog. I mean, you can't do too much to change his physical makeup without using like steroids or something. Like Darby is a small guy, but he has a lot of heart. He's the fastest dude in the ring by far, and he scrapped as much as he could with Brody King last week or last Friday on Rampage. So this was that boil over moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And this definitely, like I said before, this definitely puts Brody King in as a dominant for a force in the singles competition. So this was definitely a starting point. So
Couple of scary spots in this match. It was a couple of scary moments that I really feared for Darby's well-being.
yeah, speaking of that, after the break, Darby had to take off his belt to try to take down King and pull him down with the floor before taking him out with one of his signature wild dives. But back inside, he went for the coffin splash, but King caught him in a sleeper and then tied him up to the trio war. Darby evolved the cannonball splash and hit the cold red for a near fall. Darby locked in an inverse Nelson before transitioning into a sleeper, which King broke out of the cannonball into the corner. They fought on the apron, where King locked on the sleeper and then dropped into the floor, just like it in the Rampage Battle Royal. Darby made it back into the ring at the 9 count, but King immediately grabbed Darby and hit the Gonzo bomb for the win. So after the match, King baited out Steen by attacking Darby. Steen came out, rushed into the ring, and had King in position for the Scorpio Deathlar. But when the lights went out, well, he actually hit it. I think he actually hit it when the lights went out. But when the lights came back on, Steen was face to face with Malachi Black. King, Malachi hit the Black Mist first, and then King grabbed Steen from behind, and then he hit the sleeper, and then Steen passed out there. But after that, this brings out Miro, who stopped at the short end, staring at Black and King, wearing shades where one is open clear and the other one is dark shaded. Now, this brings up an actual theory. Now, when Malachi Black hit the Black Mitch on Julia Hart, she wear the eye patch for a couple months and weeks, and then after that, we saw she had like different eye colors, and that's when she finally joined the House of Black. Now, with Malachi splitting the Black Mist into Miro and Sting, what do you think will happen here? Like, let's start off with Miro. Do you think he will actually join the House of Black, or will he fight against them?
I think he's gonna fight against them. I don't see Miro being a part of any faction. I think he's definitely a solo act. Real quick, just to jump, man, there was a couple of scary spots here. One being that the what is it called? The bowling ball. Yeah, the bowling ball that he did into the corner when Allen was on King's back. Allen's lower back hit the turnbuckle really hard. A lot of scary spots out there where King was throwing Allen into the guardrail. And then there was one moment where King just grabbed Darby by the pants and just threw him around. And Tony Schiavone said it was like throwing luggage onto the bed. So a lot of scary spots. I know Darby can't be feeling the best this morning after that match. So hats off to Darby for going in with such a bigger opponent and such a dominant opponent and doing a lot of scary spots. Yeah, but I don't see Miro joining any factions. I see Miro being a one-man band. And I think it would take somebody very special to be on his tag team. Now, that being said, will Miro pass up an opportunity to work with Sting? Probably not. I think, having Sting on your resume is great. And how many years left do Sting have? So why not have a chance to work with him while he's still working, So I think I don't see him like teaming up, but definitely being the protector of this group because it is a mismatch. You have an older 60-something-year-old guy and a kid that's like a buck, 50 on a wet day. Versus Malachi Black and Brody freaking King, and that's not even added in Matthews when he comes back. Yeah.
Yeah, and also with the black mix on Sting, do you think we'll see a much darker side of Sting?
That's always interesting. It's like this black mist is starting to affect people where it's not just a distraction used for attacking how we see mist in the past. This mist seems to have a bit of a story. Julie Hart is now, a heel and it's dark, and it seems like people take a while to recover from this mist. Pac was out of action for a while, came back with a bandana around his eyes. So this mist isn't just, there for that one match or that one moment as a distraction. It is definitely something that changes the person or affects the person much longer after that match.
But we'll see how this goes. But after that, Cole Carter, who was formerly known as Two Dimes from NXT, I guess he found his way from sleeping with the fishes. In case y'all didn't know, like he was part of when he was Two Dimes, he was part of Tony D's crew. But after he got his release, so they put out a storyline saying like, oh, let's put out a murder angle on NXT against the murder angle where you dump everybody over the river or the lake.
Oh, wow. See, I had no idea who this guy was. I thought he was a local Atlanta worker. I did not know who the heck this guy was, to be honest.
Yeah, so he was backstage. So but then Ricky Starks and Power Stars walked up. Starks referred to Carter's death on see there was a reference on there. I don't know if you catch that to Carter's death on NXT, but Carter said he will win the FTW tonight, so that sets up a title match later on in the night. And William Rico and Orange Cassidy joined commentary for the next matchup, which is the Blackpool Combat Club with the AEW Interim World Champion John Moxley and the ROH Pure Champion Willie Yuta against the Best Friends. Now, I would say this is Best Friends' best match in a while. Now, I know they had some good ones in the past, but I think that this one tops it for this year so far.
Yeah, they looked aggressive, man. They really did. They came in with a little bit of heat on them coming in. They seem aggravated. I see Trent kind of turning on Chuck a little bit. I mean, there was some little issues where Trent was attacking Yuta, and he had I don't want to skip ahead, but Chuck had to get in and pull him away. And that part kind of showed to me the first little breakup maybe for the best friends, because I mean, you got um, Trent with my man's with Patangi Vice. So then like he has that tag team. So which one is he really going to be in the most? So yeah, I could see how that might lead to it, but they did look good tonight. It was real aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. So this definitely has some storyline into it. In case y'all didn't know, Willie Udo was part of Best Friends and Orange Cassidy crew, but then he started to go to the other routes and then make a career change. So yeah, this definitely has some storyline here in this match. But so yeah, in the final moments in the match, Moxley kicked Shredder's head in and tied in Yuta for a double team, but Chuck broke it up and hit an awful waffle on Moxley. Then a second one on the Yuta. Beretta hit one of his own onto Yuta for a good near fall. The Best Friends went for a strong zero, but Yuta fought out of it and hit a German. Trent come back with a crunchy, but Moxley broke it up with a regal knee at the last second. Trent prevented Yuta from tagging in Moxley. Chuck tagged in, but then ran right into a jumping guillotine from Yuta. Moxley took out Trent, but Chuck fought out of the guillotine with a suplex. Yuta surprised Chuck with a seatbelt pinning predicament for the near fall. So after the match, Daniel Garcia was shown backstage. In case y'all didn't know, Will Yuta and Daniel Garcia will be fighting for the ROH Pure title this Saturday coming up at Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that match, really.
And speaking of the Death Before Dishonor, we got a video package hyping up Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio for the ROH World Championship. Now, given what the card looks like, this could be the main event, or that 2 out of 3 falls or a tag team title match could be the main event.
Yeah, I think either way it goes, it's going to be a dope night. What did you think about what did you think about like some of the or what are you thinking about some of the promos that you've been seeing about with Yuta and Garcia?
Oh man, this definitely listen, to be honest, like every match of the card is gonna be great. Like the Yuta and Daniel Garcia is gonna be great. The Joe and Lethal, Joe and Lethal is gonna be great. Yeah,
that's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, every card of the match is gonna be great.
Now, I do want to say real quick about that Orange Cassidy being on commentary, right? I was very, like, in my notes, I wrote, why did they put him on commentator if he's not going to say anything, right? And I get the Orange Cassidy gimmick, right? I get it, and I understand he's not going to do anything. And I was upset all the way until he said, Chuck taught him that pin. And it's the one line I remember from all of commentating yesterday was Chuck taught him that pin. He said nothing and then said the most important thing out of the whole segment is when Yuta pinned Chuck with that dope ass seatbelt that he calls it. So yeah, that was great storytelling, and I was upset with Orange Cassidy until he said that line. I said, God dang it, you did it again, bro. You did absolutely nothing, but it did the most.
Yeah, absolutely. And so then we got Chompy, the Shark Week mascot, coming out on the commentary. Oh my god, that was so funny. And but there during that funny nonsense, Excalibur announced that Fight for the Fallen is going to be the next special show that next week. So that's going to be actually I didn't even know they was going to do a Fight for the Fallen. So they just announced that. but for next week's show. So and that's gonna be awesome. So Tony Schiavone was in the ring and he introduced the new AEW World Tag Team Champions, Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee, and Swerve Strickland as they come out for a tag team championship celebration. Swerve pointed out that rapper Kevin Gates was in the audience. In case y'all didn't know, his album is out right now on Spotify and other music platforms. If y'all a fan of Kevin Gates, so he was in the audience tonight, and Lee thanks the fans for having them reach the point where they at. He said that anyone who wants to challenge them will have to reach high and call for a toast. But then before you know it, Mark Sterling of all people has to ruin the party with Tony Nese interrupt. And Sterling said they got lucky and they got a petition to try to get Swerve fired. Sterling offered a petition to Gates in the front row, saying that he looks like a young MA, but Gates refused. Sterling said Gates' music sucks, so Gates got it in his face, but Nese got in between them. Gates hit Nese with a punch or a right hand punch, but then Swerve slaps Sterling with a cake in the face. The end of all things. I'm like, where this Mark Sterling crap got to go? He really got to go. I mean, I get it. He's funny. I mean, he's there for funny comments, but like, really, come on, man. Well, first with this nonsense he did with Warlow, and now you try to do this nonsense with Swerve Strickland. Come on, man. Come on.
I think this segment was really funny. It was one of the funniest moments of the night. You know, they were close to Atlanta. They called it Atlanta, but they're really in Duluth, which is like 45 minutes out. But you know, Kevin Gates there, we got some celebrity appeal. That's one thing Swerve brings to the table, is that he also has his hip hop side as well. How great was Keith Lee on the mic? How great was Swerve on the mic? This segment worked for me. I wish they had something a little stronger than just a petition to get Swerve out. Like, who's going to sign that? That's not really that thing, you know? So, like, I wish they would have kind of had something a little stronger. But, yo, Kevin Gates gave Nese a pretty snug right. That snug, that right landed, bro. But then seeing Mark get hit with the face with cake, I mean, that's just good. That's some good sports entertainment right there.
Yeah, but this Mark Sterling got to go, man. This ain't going nowhere. But
who you think is gonna be next in line for the belts? Who you think would be a good rivalry for
them? I don't know. Let's check the rankings here and see who's number one here. I know it's FTR, but they're busy right now. So let's see no who else is in the top of the rankings here. But we on Wednesday, July 20th, and the Young Bucks, but they're injured, so it got to they'll have to go back to Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Stars. Well, but if they don't, you got the Dark Order and you got the Velocity Blondes here. So
yeah, okay. I would like to see them go with what's your name? I would like to see them go against a tag team that's similar to them. I would like to see them have an official Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks match, like a real rivalry.
Yeah. And speaking of Dark Order, John Silver and Alex Reyes as well, with the Butcher and the Blade backstage. Silver presented Butch with the Butch t-shirt, which BNB didn't think it was very funny, so they attacked them. And Heyman and Page ran up with a chair to chase off Butcher and the Blade off. So didn't really get that there. But so we got Christian Cage and Luchasaurus versus the Varsity Blondes. So again, this was another squash off match. So Christian started out immediately, tagged in Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus was did all the work for this match, leveled Pillman and wanted to fight Garrison, but who hit a couple of rolling elbows. Pillman landed a thrust kick, but Luchasaurus down both blondes with a double clothesline. He slammed Grayson into Pillman. Then Christian tagged in and got the cover with a squash win. And then after the match, Christian pulls Luchasaurus shoulders, leading into the Tarzan boy, playing as Jungle Boy, made his return with, you already know. In case y'all didn't know, Jungle Boy has the best hair in the business.
Facts.
I didn't mean to offend anybody, but come on, man, he got the best hair in the business. I don't mean to offend anybody, but he returned. Yeah, he returned with the chair in his hand. Jungle Boy faced off with Luchasaurus and picked up the chair, but then out of the nowhere, Luchasaurus changed positions and was on Jungle Boy's side. Jungle Boy chased up Christian up to the arena, steps all the way up to the concourse. Now, this is confusing. Like, this could be two scenarios here. Like, is either Luchasaurus playing Jungle Boy here and still on Christian's side, or this was just a setup with where Luchasaurus is just waiting Jungle Boy to come back and then be back on Jungle Boy's side, and then having their revenge as the Jurassic Dispatch on their revenge on Christian Cage. So we're looking at two scenarios here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still going to be a heel turn. I think Jungle Boy is still injured, and they just need to get him on TV. And why not make a scene? Well, I mean, I can't say he's injured because he darted up those stairs. He was going fast. I don't know. Maybe he is clear, but I think it's still going to be a turn, baby. I think wait till that right moment that Luchasaurus really grab Jungle Boy and chokeslam him.
Yeah, this come off. So I don't know. This is kind of interesting, but I hope next week we get some explanation off of this, because I can see that, like I said before, at the end of the day, this all gonna lead to Jungle Boy versus Christian at All Out. This is all this gonna lead to. This is what it's gonna lead to. And then the Gun Club were backstage after declining the Acclaim's match challenge last week. Austin said he wants Matt Caster one-on-one in a rap battle, and the winner gets to pick the stipulations for the everyday match. Now, do you remember back in the day when John Cena was Thuganomics style, and he had a rap battles with Big Show, Kurt Angle, and all them other people?
My bad, I was muted. I had to sneeze, got to unmute myself. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this is what it feels like here. This is what it feels.
You think so?
Yeah, and remember the New Day and the Usos rap battle there?
Yeah. That's when Big E got really Jay Uso got really real with Big Wood, not Big Wood, but Xavier Woods.
Yeah. Don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods. Don't.
Classic.
So, I mean, we all know Matt Katz is gonna win here. There's no competition here, but we'll see how it goes. But FTW Championship match with Ricky Starks and Cole Carter. So Starks dominated at the start. So even though like he's from New Orleans and he was a heel, but he got a lot of they kind of make it feel like he was a babyface here in Atlanta. So that was kind of interesting. So normally, yeah, the crowd was pretty much hating on Carter right away. He got a lot of boos and when he was taking controls. But after the commercial, a rising knee from Carter got the 2. He avoided a spear and then hit the TKO before climbing the ropes, where Starks avoid the 450 splash, and then Starks hit a spear for the win. And then after the match, Starks said he has more in the tank, so he welcomes another challenge. And then before you know, Dan Elsie came out and accepted the challenge, but Starks said it won't be happening tonight, but it will happen next week. So yeah, next week at Fight for the Fallen, we got Dan Elsie versus Ricky Starks. Now, this was getting interesting, and you got Dan Halsey, who is best friends with Hook, and also Hook, who was originally part of Team Taz. So could we see Hook next week involved in this match?
Let's hope so. I think they need to get a Hook on TV more and more. I don't know why they haven't been doing more matches with him on Dynamite. Dude's a star. But maybe they see something we don't see, and maybe he's not ready, have that Dynamite kind of thing. But well, we will see.
Because because he talked because I think it was either on last week Rampage or Dynamite when he had an interview about championship chase. So and like I said before, if he's going after any championship, the FTW title is the title he needs to change for.
Yeah, because what kind of position would that put Taz in if Hook wants to get the FTW title?
Yeah, exactly. So Chris Statlander, Athena, and Willow and was backstage. Statlander was out of this tag team match. So originally it was supposed to be a trios match, but Layla Gray was out of the picture. So we got a regular tag team match with Athena and Willow versus Jade Cargill and Kiera Hogan. So and they said it was Stokely's request for Statlander to be out of this match, and Athena teased going after the TBS title, and eventually Willow got everyone on the same page. So we got an FTR.
By the way, real quick,
yeah.
All the Willow, I'm a huge fan. Like Willow is great. I can't wait to see her do more. She's really pretty. She's a big girl. She's a person of color. I'm digging Willow a lot. So I'm like really hoping they do more with her because she's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's originally from ROH. So they use her. Yeah, so they definitely use her more in AEW. So that's pretty cool there. But
I'm a big fan of Willow, man. Want to see more of her work. A big fan. Also, that putting them three together, I really like against the baddies. And that line she said at the end of her promo, "Let's go get some baddies." I was like, "Oh, that's what a hero would say." So that works.
Yeah. So after that, we had an FTR promo. Tony Schiavone introduced them. They got a great reaction. Cass talked about how FTR went to war with the Briscoes at Supercard of Honor. He respects the Briscoes, but they're not going to take what they work or what they work for away from them. Dax told a story about how a little girl was found to have a hole in her heart. 3 years later, the hole was closed. He said the girl worked her ass off to get better. Then that little girl is Dax's daughter. If she can work that hard, then Dax needs to bring home the championships and legacy that she's proud of. On Saturday, Dax will fight like an 8-year-old girl, top guys out. So like I said, this match here, FTR versus the Briscoes, 2 out of 3 falls tag team title match, that could be the main event there. But the question is, will this match top what they had at Supercard of Honor? They can try. I mean, they can definitely try. But if it does top Supercard of Honor, man, that's going to be hard to choose when we do our top 10 best matches of the year for in Respect to Combat podcast episodes. So, but other than that, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I think it will be a better match. I feel like this one has more time for preparation. The other one felt like kind of like it was just like it was a good match, don't get me wrong, but I think the second one's always better. They got more time to kind of prepare and build and the proper promo and everything like that. That promo last night with Dex, that was just incredible. that was great. The whole storytelling, bringing around, letting us know that his daughter's opening up with the fans, letting us know. I know a lot of fans probably didn't know that. I know I didn't know that when he told that story. So look at that. So I mean, yeah, that's a lot of drive behind it. So really good promo from them. Really good way to build that match and use a personal story to get people involved and invested in that. You can't ask for, if I don't get butts in the seats and get pay-per-view buys, then nothing will.
Yeah, and in case y'all didn't know, Jeff on his honor is only $39. So
Nice. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when he did that promo, moment he finished and he was in the ring clapping, I was like, man, I gotta watch that match. Like that's a must-see match now. Will he bring his daughter in the audience or something? Will they do that type of stuff? But that's just that was a hell of a promo and a hell of a way to sell a match.
did you watch the sit down interview that they had?
I still haven't watched it. I watched the sit down interview between Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia, but I haven't watched the sit down interview yet. I gotta go check it out.
Oh my God, you gotta watch that.
Here, I'm about to bring it up on my YouTube now while we talk. And then the moment this is over, I'm just gonna watch it because that seemed like it's gonna be fire.
And Jay Lethal, Sonji Dunn, and Satnam Singh were backstage. Lethal complained about Samoa Joe not coming to work and not defending the ROH Television Championship. So Christopher Daniels walked up and said he will show up and fight on Rampage. Lethal accepted it. So we got Jay Lethal versus Christopher Daniels on tomorrow night on Rampage. Tomorrow.
That's interesting. Two vets. Wasn't seeing that one coming, but I guess that's how we tied in Christopher Daniels.
All right. And then we got Jay, the baddies in the coming crew. And then also we got rapper and producer Jermaine Dupri. Y'all know what this is. So death. Jermaine, yeah. Come out. We got a lot of stars in Atlanta. So we had Kevin Gates, and then we got Jermaine Dupri on the show.
I know, right? A star-studded episode with these guys out of nowhere. But I thought it was a little weird to have Jermaine Dupri on the show. I was like, what? Where he coming from? I didn't know that Jay lived in Atlanta. So I'm like, yo, I'm in Stone Mountain. Where you at? I gotta figure out where she worked out. My wife was in the back. I know she was in the room. You sneaky, be quiet. Anyways, I was talking to my friends. I know she stayed in Atlanta, so that was interesting. But then also Kiara's from Decatur. They call it greater because it's Decatur. And that's right down the street from me, so I stay right on the corner from Decatur. So yeah, it was a whole Atlanta type field event, and having Jermaine Dupri, I think, added that little star appeal. I'm glad he didn't get involved with the match or anything. He was there just to watch. And then also, Jay looked bad, Kerry looked bad, Willow looked bad, I think looked bad. It was a whole night of baddies in my book.
Yeah. And before the match, Stokely mentioned why Lady Gray could not compete, and Jay said she and Kiara Hoder will take care of business. And also, in case y'all didn't notice, Jay is from Atlanta, so she got a lot of cheers in the match there. So and during the commercial break, Jade and Hogan took control and beat down Athena once back. Willow got the hot tag, hit the spine buster on Hogan, but Jay came in and broke up the pin. Jay fought off Athena, then traded forearms until Jay got the better of the exchange with a kick. She caught a dive with a fall-away slam. Jay kicked up as usual, but Athena did the same to surprise her. Athena crushed Jay with double knees and powerbomb Hogan on the apron. Stokely got in Athena's face with the distraction enough for Jay to boot Athena into the steel steps. Back in the ring, Jay tagged in and Rado crater up for the 2. Jay hit the blue bomb for the 2, and then the Jay for the win. Now, it's a good thing Willow got the pinfall here, because we don't want to see Athena get the pinfall here, because like I said before, this all leading to either Jay defending the TBS title either against Athena or Chris Stanlander. So it's a good thing I didn't take the pinfall here.
Yeah, facts. I definitely agree. I think this match was it had its moments. I fight the women's segment's been really short lately. I would like them to be a little bit longer, but overall, this was a pretty good match. Athena looked good. Willow looked good. Jade looked a little, Jade. She a little botchy at times. Um, yeah, I'm kind of like, I expect her to kind of look a little bit cleaner in the ring by this time. They're putting a big push on her. It seemed like she's really good at delivering the moves, but she's not as good as taking the bumps or taking the moves or letting the other person get set up to kind of take over. So that was the one thing I noticed from her performance last night. And Kiera needs to do something to kind of stand out more. I feel like she's getting lost in the shuffle a little bit.
Yeah. So after that, we got Thunderstorm backstage. Rosa is now defending her title against Mia Yushima from Japan next week. And she knows Yushima is the best, but Rosa will win. And then before you know it, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter walked up. Baker was tired of Rosa's promos and says that they will be on Rampage this week. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter will be in tag team action. So, I kind of feel where this heading to. This heading up to Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa round 3. So, it's just a matter of when it's going to happen.
Yep, I definitely agree. Very impressive that what's your name? Rosa speaks, Japanese with him. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I like the tension they put it up. I mean, they had the whole sandbag thing last week, and Britt Baker's being pretty disrespectful, to Thunder Rosa. So they're building up the heat really well.
Yeah, but
I'm noticing that Tony Storm isn't doing like any promos. She's just kind of standing there and letting Rosa do most of the talking. So I hope Tony Storm don't start to kind of get lost in the shuffle a little bit by just being a pretty face, but being able to. I know she can cut good promos, so it'll be good to kind of have her speak a little bit more too.
But I got a theory. So what if they do a double turn where Britt Baker becomes a baby face and then Thunder Rosa become a heel? I just got a theory there.
Oh, that'd be nice. I think the heel Thunder Rosa would be interesting, actually. I think she's a little bit too much of a blue chip kind of baby face, a little bit too, happy, too passionate. So to see her kind of have that passion be driven into some heel work, I think actually will balance it out for me. So that's not a crazy concept.
I don't know.
But also Britt is just so good as a heel though, She's just really good as a heel.
Yeah, but having the soul to heel already, but what if she turns? But like she's already over with the fans, but now her as more of a like with this persona and with a baby face, she probably can sell it.
Oh yeah, facts. I think the fans would follow her over, regardless if she's a babyface or a heel. So I think she just kind of has those type of that kind of following, especially when she goes to Pittsburgh. It don't matter what is going on. So yeah, I can see that.
So after that, now we got our lineup for tomorrow's Rampage. We got Hangman Page and John Silver versus the Butcher and the Blade. Lee Moriarty versus Dante Martin. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter will be in tag team action. We got the rap battle between Matt Catcher and Austin Gunn. And then Jay Lethal versus Christopher Daniels. And now for the Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view this Saturday, we got the RH Pure Championship with Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. The RH Women's Championship match with Mercedes Martinez and Serena D. the ROH World Tag Team Championship match with 2 out of 3 falls. FTR versus the Briscoes. Willow versus Ashton K. The ROH Television Championship with Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal. The ROH 6-man Tag Team Championship with the Righteousness versus Dalton Castle and the Boys. And then the ROH World Championship match, Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio. And then the next Wednesday's Dynamite Fight for the Fallen, we got the AEW Women's World Championship match with Thunder Rosa versus Miyu Yushima, and then the FTW Championship match with Ricky Starks versus Danhausen.
That Danhausen moment was great.
And now for the main event, Jericho was in full Painmaker makeup and gear. The Jericho Appreciation Society was suspended in shark cases above the ring. There was a lot of barbed wire everywhere on the ropes and additional barbed wire tables, even a barbed wire mic for Justin Roberts. And then Ruby Soho had control over the shark cage. So this was a wild, entertaining match, but I didn't like the ending. But we'll get to that and why in a second. So listen, I think Eddie Kingston accomplished what he wanted, but it didn't accomplish what he need and in this match. But this match was, like I said, this match was wild or entertaining hardcore match. So I wish when they do like special shows, like is for example, for the main event, let's not do many like commercials. Like I understand, because like we're filmmakers here, we understand that like we need to pay the bills and stuff like that. But when it comes to a special type match like this, don't give out too many commercial breaks. That's all it is. But other than that, during the commercial, Jericho locked Kingston in the walls of Jericho onto the barbed wire, and then back for the break. Kingston whipped Jericho into the barbed wire and crushed him over the ropes. Then suplexed Jericho through a barbed wire table at ringside. Tankati ran out and attacked Ruby Soho at ringside, but then Anna Jay ran out and pulled Ty off of her before turning on Soho and then sending her to the ring post. Jay grabbed the controls and lowered the shark cage, allowed Jericho Appreciation Society to run out and then beat Kingston. Like they was trying to open up the lock gate, but then they had to pull through out of the shark cage and try to get out. But and then once the Jericho Appreciation got out, John Moxley, Ortiz, and Claudio ran out and fight off the Jericho Appreciation Society. Kingston hit a exploder suplex onto the barbed wire for the table for a near fall. And then Jericho hit the depression code breaker for the 2, but took a barbed wire chair to the face in the process. He whacked Kingston repeatedly with the chair and then went for the Lionsault, but Jericho tossed the chair into his face. And then Kingston hit a Uranati bat fist for a good near fall. He pulled out the barbed wire from under the ring and then locked it on a wire 6-inch stretch palm. The crowd thought it was going to be it, but then Sammy Guevara come out, super kick Kingston. Jericho then hit the Judas Effect with his arm wrapped in barbed wire for the win. After the match, Jericho and Guevara wanted more of the attack, but Kingston fought off back and then drew Jericho into a barbed wire spider web before ending the show. So let's start off. So we got a heel turn from Anna Jay. So this definitely confirms that she's not in Dark Order no more after this heel turn. But the question is, will she be a new member of the JSS crew?
I think they're keeping Sammy and Ty kind of with, but not all the way in. You know what I mean? Like they're still their own thing, but they're just affiliated or associated with Jericho. But I don't feel like they're a part of the JAS. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like they're not really in it like the other guys are in it. So maybe some clarification on that going forward. I did see someone on the internet ask why Sammy wasn't in the shark cage to begin with, and because he was supposed to be injured during this time. So he wasn't supposed to even be there. That's why him showing up was supposed to be more of a big kind of a shock. But no, this match was exactly what I thought this match would be. I feel like the ending kind of didn't make too much sense, and there was some stuff they had to do because I feel like they ran out of time. Because I mean, the ending was a little botched, but then like my man's Kingston got hit with the Judas effect, and then like take the count, take the one, take you take the 3 count, and then less than a minute, afterwards, he's up fighting, throwing Jericho into stuff. So like, I don't know. I think they should have thrown Kingston into the barbed wire bed and not have him do it to Jericho, because it felt a little weird at the end. Like, wait, but you lost, and now you're just up and about, no worries. So that one could have been handled differently. It left me feeling it left me looking at it like, huh? That was my reaction. Huh? But you just got hit with the Judas effect, it's normal. You're not even holding, you're not even selling that you just got hit with this devastating finisher. So a little disappointing with the finish. The match was exactly what I thought this match was. Just a lot of chaos, a lot of blood, a lot of thrown into stuff. I wasn't expecting, technical, match here, no pure champion type stuff here. I was expecting kind of carnage, and that's exactly what it was with a questionable, finish.
Yeah, but going back to Anna Jay, but I just found out that Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay are officially a part of the JXS. But
Okay, look at that.
yeah, but the reason Sammy Guevara was not in the cage because they was trying to sell from him taking that bump from the from Blood and Guts, making sure that he was injured. So that's why they made it look like he was still injured, and to make it think like, oh, he made a surprise return to last night. So I get why they sell it there. So it kind of made sense there for what they was doing. But back to NJ, I think it was too soon to turn her heel. Like, I wish they could have sell with the rivalry with her and Ty Conti, because they was like best friends. They was like a tag team together. I wish they could have sell that and then move on to like maybe Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti versus Anna Jay and Jungle Boy. In case y'all didn't know, Anna Jay and Jungle Boy are dating. So yeah, so it kind of made sense for to do that. So even though I feel like it was too soon to turn Anna Jay heel, but I kind of understand why they did it, because like, oh, her and Ty Conti were a tag team together, and so it's just a matter of how they're gonna sell it. Because like, I feel that Anna Jay is like the Bailey of AEW. Like, everyone loved her like when she was a babyface, but now her turning on to the dark side. So it kind of made sense. But now you got Ruby Soho. Now she gonna have to find somebody for the team up with her, but not to make it an even rivalry here, because she can't face Ty Conti and Anna Jay by herself. She gonna need somebody to help her out. So that's another discussion there moving forward. And
So I think I kind of agree with you there. Like maybe a couple of more weeks of building up, her trying to stop Ty from doing bad things, and then finally did it. And they're sometimes they're really good at sometimes this is they're really good at long-term storytelling, and then sometimes they really shoot their load really quickly and just say, nope, we have 1 week of build up, next week, now it's this. So it's a give and take sometimes. But I think this one is one that could have went a little bit longer to kind of build up that animosity. But maybe Anna Jay said, hey, I'm ready for a new check.
Yeah. So, and then lastly for the end of the match, like I said, this was pretty good, but I didn't like the ending. 'Cause, like, I understand they trying to sell with Jericho as the Paymaker being undefeated in AEW. I understand that, but I feel like Kingston needed this win because, like I said before, like he wanted the taste of Chris Jericho's blood, but the win was it really that he needed. So
I mean, but they're kind of equal now. So it's kind of like, as far as like a one-on-one match, they're kind of equal. So now they have opportunity to do one more match and blow off this rivalry for good.
if they do one more, then Kingston got to win this one. So I don't know, but I think people might be over this rivalry right now, and people are saying, "Oh, Jericho might be next in line to face Moxley until CM Punk comes back." But the problem is Jericho is not in the top five according to rankings. You got in the top five right now. You got Scorpio Sky, Heyman Adam Page, Jay Lethal, Eddie Kingston, and Powerhouse Hobbs right now in the top five.
Okay. I
So
mean, but at the same point in time, it's like, I don't think Jericho's going to be in the running for any kind of championship. He's going to just have his rivalries and push his guys. I don't think he's going to be looking for any belts. Isn't it crazy? He was the first ever AEW champion. That's wild.
yeah, he was of course, like, he was the foundation of AEW, and that's why we got all the loaded roster that you see right now. That you see right.
Facts. He was my dog Charlotte Flair is saying hello. But no, definitely. Yeah, he is the foundation. I don't see him going for any other titles. I think he came in and got the company, going, and they had to put somebody on their belt or someone that was very legit and tested. Hangman was a great challenger, but Jericho has that, reputation in his career. This, like I said, this match was exactly what I thought this match was going to be. I think it provided the type of entertainment that it needed to provide. It looked painful. It don't look like it felt good at all to be a part of this match. The guys had cuts, clothes was holy. Jericho's pants got ripped. I mean, so they were working with real barbed wire there. And just too bad the finish was just a little botchy. But rather than that, the match did its job.
Yeah. So like I said, pretty good show. I didn't like the ending there, but it is what it is. But let's see what Rampage does. So as the go home show for the RH Death Persona pay-per-view this Saturday. Let's see how Rampage does tomorrow night. But that's the end of our episode here. But other than that, anything else you want to plug in before we wrap up?
No, not at the moment. I want to see what they do with Rampage, and I'm looking forward to Death Before Dishonor. I think that Willie Yuta and Garcia match really got me pumped, and I'm about to watch that FTR and Briscoe's interview that you told me about. So I got that loaded up. About to watch that and get ready for a good night. Are we doing any review for that? That's kind of AEW territory now.
Yes, it is. This is Tony Khan's official RH pay-per-view show where Ring of Honor.
Yeah, so yeah, let me know if you want to do a review for it. We can do a review for it.
Oh yeah, down for do a review for that. But other than that, he is Leland, and I'm Trico, And we're sending off, and we'll see y'all Saturday for a Rampage, and hopefully we'll be here for for Death Before Dishonor.
Peace.